Hello, this is Tim with Ace Appliance in Toledo, Ohio, and welcome back to another in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Today we'll be working on a Whirlpool dishwasher. The customer complaint is that it is not washing well or cleaning the dishes well. So we will make sure all the spray arms are clean, check for any debris in the motor sump assembly, and check it all out for them. Okay, today to complete our job we only used a couple of tools. A Phillips, just normal Phillips bit, a T20 Torx bit, and a T15 Torx bit, as well as I used a needle nose bent pliers to put the chopper back in, as well as a shop vac to suck out any debris. Okay, to begin with, we're going to remove the lower rack to gain access to the motor sump. We're also going to remove the upper rack just to make life a little easier. And to do that, there are these two stoppers to make sure the rack doesn't come out. And there's just a little plastic piece you need to depress and lift up to remove that one. And same thing on the other side. Here's the little part that you need to push in. And then we'll just remove the rack from the glides. And now we have all kind of room to work with. Okay, to begin with, we're going to remove the lower spray arm by turning this knob to release it. And that gives us access to the coarse filter here. We're going to have to lift up on part of the spray arm assembly and twist to remove this part. Now we'll be taking out the 4 T20 Torx screws with our T20 Torx bit. And remove the coarse filter. And now we have access to the sump and chopper assembly where most of the debris is normally located. Okay, now we're going to remove the T15 Torx screw that holds the chopper assembly cover on. And this is where debris will mostly be located that doesn't allow water to come through to allow enough pressure to pressurize the spray arms. Good bit of the time on these Whirlpool dishwashers, there will be debris in the chopper assembly, and that will not allow water to go up into the spray arms. So we're just going to clean out anything that might be in there, including where it pumps the water up. So we're going to use a shop vac and get rid of anything that might be in there. There's also a little check valve right here that we always like to inspect and make sure is in good repair. And that can just, once it is good, we'll just put that right back in there. Upon inspecting the rest of the machine, we noticed that the third level spinner was missing, so that's a part that we're going to replace. Okay, we're now going to remove the water distribution tube, water tube, and there is a screw here, and we're removing this so that we can more easily change the third level spinner that's missing. So here is where the spinner should go, and we have our new part. that we'll just place inside of there. And on the other side, we will insert the plastic piece that holds the third level spinner on. Press it into place like so, and put this part back into place and secure it with the two bolts that it came with. No, okay, this is the chopper assembly and macerator blade. This screen gets plugged up with debris and needs to have that debris removed so water can freely flow through and be distributed to the spray arms. So we just remove this from the sump assembly, and it goes onto the motor with right here. So we'll clean off the screen and put it back into place. Now we're going to reinstall the chopper assembly. You'll notice a indent on the lower half, and it corresponds with an indent on the sump assembly. The easiest way I've found is to insert a tool so that it depresses the side that engages the motor, and we will position it into the slot. And then turn the macerator blade to make sure that it is engaged, and it's back in. Okay, now we're going to reinstall the chopper cover, and we're going to seat it along the edge here and here on the chopper screen. So, and it should go in there real flush, so you'll know you have it in there right. And then secure it with our T15 size screw. And now we will put on the coarse filter, and it lines up with this area to allow water to come up through. Press that into place, and then we'll change bits for the T20 Torx bits to secure that cover, and tighten all 4 screws properly torqued, just for a firm fit. You don't need to tighten them down too much. And now we'll put that part back in place. This, if you line it up with the edges right there and pull back the water guide, when you tighten it back up, it should lock right into place. And then we can put our upper spray arm back on, and turn it counterclockwise, and we're all put back together. Okay, now we're going to put the upper rack assembly back in, and I've already pulled out the guides. So now we'll just line up the rollers into the guides on each side and slide them in. Once we have them lined up, we'll put our stoppers back in. Make sure they snap into place. Check for proper operation. And then we'll put the lower rack assembly back in. And we are finished. Thank you for watching another in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.